Hi, and welcome to our segment today. We're going to be covering loans for Section 184, which is a federally recognized program for Native Americans. With us today, we have Geldy Richardson, and she's with American Pacific Mortgage. She is certified to handle these types of loans for Native Americans. So without further ado, I'm going to ask you, Geldy, what is a Section 184 loan program?
Section 184 is a home loan that is strictly for Native American card-holding members of a federally recognized tribe.
Okay. And what can they use this loan to buy?
We can do two types of purchases in the state of California. We can do a fee simple. Fee simple means you can purchase property anywhere in the state of California, or you can actually do a home loan purchase on the reservation, which is considered a leasehold.
So this does cover sovereign land then. So if they want to buy something within the reservation proper on sovereign land, which a conventional loan would not cover.
Correct.
It's possible to do that.
Yes.
Well, that's excellent. And you mentioned card members. So only Native Americans are available for these funds. And where do these funds come from?
Actually, they come from HUD, which is the Housing, Urban, and Development Department in the federal. It's a federal loan, basically.
Okay. Is this grant monies? Do they run out, or are there plenty of funds?
No, actually, it is 100% guaranteed by the government, and they desperately need to do these loans because it's just a bucket of money that continually gets replenished every year. And how they describe it is they have so much money, they don't have enough loans to actually fulfill, they need more loans to use up this money. So they have no problems.
So there's more money than loans currently?
Correct.
Till we tell everybody about the program. Okay. You had mentioned something about the state of California. Are there some limitations there as far as nationwide location?
Depending in the state that you live in or want to purchase in, each state has their own regulations on where you can use this loan. Some states have allocated only certain counties. Some states say only on sovereign land. The state of California allows for both, but you would have to check with the state which way you can do it. I only know of the California guidelines.
Okay, so for the purpose of our conversation today, we're essentially referring to California.
Correct.
And if somebody needs additional information on their state, we will have a resource page to show them where they can go for a referral to someone to help them in their native state and get specific answers.
Yes, and I could help them with that.
Okay. But you cover the entire state of California?
Correct.
Okay. So we covered the where a little bit. There is no restriction on federal or on sovereign land, or they could buy in a subdivision, right?
Well, if they purchase, yes, they could do a subdivision. If they do purchase on sovereign land, you obviously need the permission of the tribal members to do that, and it's actually a leasehold that you would be doing with them. Tribes do not sell their property, and that is on an individual tribal per se. It just depends.
And so that might vary from reservation to
Correct.
reservation as to how that would come about, getting that permission.
Correct.
And how long the lease would be. It could be 100 years, could be 50 years, could be 500 years.
And there would definitely be deed restrictions on that. Again, it's sovereign land. They control that land. It would be their rules.
Okay, so an additional layer of regulation and approvals then if it is on sovereign land. So you mentioned about where the funds come from. They're from HUD. And HUD also does FHA. So if I was a Native American, why wouldn't I just do an FHA loan? What's the advantage?
Well, there's several advantages. One of them is Section 184 is called a sister loan to FHA, which means a lot of our guidelines are the same. But the advantage to this loan over FHA would be the down payment, which is 2.25% down. There is a guarantee. It's a 1% guarantee, and HUD fully guarantees this loan. That is rolled into your loan. You don't pay that up front, and it's rolled in and calculated into your payments. You do not have, because you don't have 20% down, typically you need mortgage insurance. So there is no monthly mortgage insurance with this product.
That's a big savings. How much does mortgage insurance run? You pay that monthly with your payment. That's a considerable add-on.
FHA just raised theirs to 1.15%. So, if you just did easy math, 1% of $200,000, that's a savings of $200 a month.
That's excellent. What else is different between FHA and this program as far as financially qualifying?
Well, with the Section 184 loan, you actually don't need a credit score to qualify for this loan. So we would still pull a credit report because we want to see if there's any judgments or tax liens or anything like that on you, but you don't actually need a score. So this program is not credit score driven. So what we do have to prove that you've been paying your bills on time. So we do need a 24-month history of rent, utility bills, anything that's not reporting to a credit report would be trash,
like
or
a cell phone,
water.
Your cable bill, things like that would establish an on-time payment program.
Yes, so we need a 24-month history and a 12-month history of no lates.
Okay. So just to recap, I need to be Native American. I need to have a card. I need to be with a federally recognized tribe.
Correct.
I need a 24-month history of paying bills with 12 months on time.
If you don't have a credit score.
Right, and you don't need a credit score to qualify.
Correct.
I can buy anywhere within the state of California, either on a reservation or off a reservation.
Correct.
I only need 1.5% down?
2.25% down.
2.25% down, so not a huge down payment, and there is no mortgage insurance.
Monthly, correct. What's really neat about the down payment, it can be gifted to you by a family member.
Okay.
It can be gifted to you by the tribe. There are quite a bit of tribes that actually have down payment assistance.
Well, that's good to know.
You will see a lot of those combined together.
So if I wanted to get started, how would I go about that?
Well, the first thing I would ask you for is your member card, because if I can't prove you're a member of a federally recognized tribe, then we can't really go any further. So I would ask for your member card, and then I would ask for documentation of employment, which would be a pay stub, W-2, taxes. Another neat thing about this loan that we didn't mention is they are willing to look at income that isn't probably what we call traditional income. If we can show that maybe you do sales like at a swap meet and it's on a cash basis, they're willing to look at those things, but documentation would be very, very clear in being able to show that. So they are willing to do non-traditional types of income too.
Okay.
But
so
most
if I receive funds from my tribe, if there's casino monies or something like that, that can count as income?
Correct.
If it's stable
any
amount?
type of monies, so security, disability.
Okay. And that is only to establish that I'm able to make the monthly payment. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So to get started, the very first thing they do is dig out their card and contact you.
Make it pretty easy.
And take it from there. And again, for those folks that are watching that are from outside the state of California, we will give you some resource information. At the end of this slide, there'll be a couple of website addresses where you can access a directory and get more information from HUD on the HUD site. But Geldy is certified in this and has done some course requirements. and knows the product pretty well. I think you also mentioned, to be a little more sophisticated, that if somebody was, or a tribe was interested in building housing on the reservation, there are some options there as well.
Correct.
Which is very difficult to get any kind of conventional financing on sovereign lands. So there are some other possibilities here too. All right. Well, if you have any questions, call Geldy. She's the expert. And I'm Kathy Sarmento. I would be happy to help you find housing if it's not on sovereign land. And we thank you. And the contact information will be the last slide on here. If you have any questions at all, just pick up the phone, give us an email, or text us. Thank you so much, and have a great day.
Thank you.